Welcome everybody. This is a video about multicellular organisms. I am your splendiferous host, Mr. Shirley. Now I've included in Google Classroom a document that you can fill in as you go through this note. Okay, you can print it off and do it on paper, or you can also just fill it in online. All right, on we go. So multicellular organisms have cells that become different through a process of cellular differentiation, which means the cells become specialized to perform different functions. Ooh, typo. So they have to perform, they perform something very specific. Remember, in a single-celled organisms, that one cell has to perform all the functions for the organism. Okay, in multicellular organisms, we are bigger, we have more things that we do, and so our cells need to be very specialized to help us do that. Okay, so cell differentiation, it's a nice pretty picture here. So the cells differentiate to perform different functions throughout the body. Okay, now continuing on below, again, fill this in as you go, but cells combine together to form tissues, which combine together to form organs, which combine together to form organ systems, which combine together to form a whole body. Okay, so just keep in mind some of those terms. We'll define them in a little chart that's included on your page, but I have it on the next slide. Okay, so just keep in mind with multicellular organisms, we are much more complex than the single-celled organisms, and these are the ways things will kind of form together, okay, from smallest to largest. So smallest being the cell, all the way up to a body, which would be largest. Okay, and remember, because this is a video, if I'm going too quickly, just pause the video or go back and listen to my sonorous and wonderful voice. Okay, now our first term, I guess I'm showing you all three terms apparently. We're just going to define tissue, organ, and organ system. Okay, you may already know what those are, especially organ, but it is important to have a good handle on it as we, finish out our unit. So tissue is a group of differentiated cells that work together to perform a function. Okay, so skin is an example of tissue. No, we're not talking about Kleenex. Okay, so skin would be an example of that. So skin cells work together to perform a specific function. Okay, an organ is two or more tissues working together to perform one or more functions, right? We have some organs that perform many functions, but it's two or more tissues working together. Okay, and then an organ system is a group of organs that work together to perform related functions. Okay, and we'll talk about that in the work that goes with this and during our Zoom meeting. But just again, we're going sort of from smaller and less complex to larger and more complex. And that's generally just the order that would work. But keep in mind that tissues and cells on their own are extremely complex in and of themselves. They just get more complex as you go. So that's the end of our note. Please take a look at the work I've included, which is related to organ systems and some reading involving those. And please let me know if you have any questions about these during our Zoom meeting or office hours or by email. Thank you very much and have a super day.